Good morning. My allergies are on 5,000, but here I am. Hey, baby, what are you doing up so early, baby? Lord, I don't even care if my part is straight right now. What are you doing up so early, sunshine? It's too early for me to even think, son. It is too early for me to even think. Oh, yeah, that part's crooked. But it is what it is. It is what it is, son. I've been up since about 4. I'm just laying there. I'm like, I don't even want to do this. Oh, I ain't been laying there. I've been answering emails and messages. I was watching a movie, trying to figure out what I was going to do today after I get my laundry done. That's what I'm up doing, planning out my day. I'm already talking to teachers. Well, I'm responding to teachers. I went to bed early yesterday, y'all. So that kind of ruined it. Washed my hair, went to bed, didn't put no. Usually I try to braid my hair, pin it up or something. I just went to sleep and it dried, and this is where we're at. I'm like, let me go ahead and at least put some braids in my hair so I ain't got to worry about doing that when I get up. I don't know how I fell asleep, y'all. I just ain't been feeling good. Oh, yeah, I got stung by another bee Friday. I forgot to tell y'all. I swallowed a bee. What was it, the week before? I had an allergic reaction outside coughing. Swallowed a bee. Bee stung me. Had an allergic reaction. My EpiPens are $650. Then Friday, leaving work, I'm at the hospital, and I'm digging in my car, talking to a teacher, and I got stung. I don't know if y'all can see it. I got stung on my arm again. Another $650 worth of EpiPens. Oh, that's an ugly braid. I'll have to rebraid this one. I was coughing. I turned my head. I turned to the left, and I was coughing, and I swallowed a bee. That's what happened. I swallowed a bee. I can't even explain it. Weirdest thing ever. I was walking and talking with the customer and swallowed a bee, y'all. Cannot make it up. I ain't been right ever since. Then turn around and get stung by another bee. That was crazy work. All right, let me give you a demo. So I'm outside. I'm talking to the customer. I'm walking with their car. I'm like, blah, 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 blah. You want to cough, but you don't want to cough directly in somebody's face or while you're talking to them or looking at them, even though you're outside. So I turned my head and swallowed a bee. That's how it happened. Love you, Bradley. Good morning, sunshine. Yes, y'all. That's how I swallowed the bee. And I'm allergic to bees. So it just went down from that point on. What, my hair? Child, I ain't worried about no perfection. Hello, LR. Lay my hair down more. I am not worried about perfection. I'm finna be outside today. Yeah, it's getting long, y'all. It's, I keep cutting it, but it's getting long. It is getting long. Yeah, I'm just going to work. I definitely ain't worried about no perfection. It's not like I'm, going to a photo shoot or gonna model for Vogue magazine or something. I'm going to work. It's just finna be hot. I don't want my hair touching me. I'm gonna have to go to the hospital today. And then the other location, I'm gonna be back and forth in between. Y'all, I've been forgetting to do my mileage. I got a month worth of mileage I gotta figure out. These braids just ain't braiding. I'm gonna have to braid them up and then do one at a time. I just can't get it together. Let me just pin this up so I can focus. I need some grease. That's what I need, some grease. My hair ain't slipping. Yeah, y'all, my problem with my hair is I got good hair. And I cannot find a grease that works for my hair. So I ain't even winning at all. Hold on, y'all. I gotta get some type of grease. Hold on. Let me try some oil. Yeah, I try to do my little self-care thing. I just ain't feeling well, y'all. My allergies are on 5,000. My eyes are so dry. I can't even explain the feeling. That's what woke me up. I was just feeling like crap. I'm like, you know what? I do not feel good at all. All right, let's try this again, y'all. Let's try it again. CJ, what movie was you watching, baby? All right, let's try it again. Yeah, so right now my eyes, my nose, my eyes are dry. Like all right here itches. I'm over it. I'm feeling real mucusy. I don't know. So between the cold, the allergies, and the bee stings, I'm over it. I promise you that. I don't know. Them braids just ain't braiding today. Oh, I'm hot already with that hair touching me. I don't like no hair, y'all. The Minecraft movie, what are you giving it? 10 being the best. Oh, I feel like crap. I can braid anybody else's hair, but my own hair, I suck at it. It's all soft, feeling like dog fur. I don't know what's going on. I'm at work, third shift. You like that third shift, honey bun? I've worked all different shifts and ain't none of them worked out right for me. I'm used to keeping real late hours. That's the only thing I do know. I've had a shift that, boy, most people wouldn't even be able to tolerate. My hair is dry. I need something lighter than this oil. I know that much. These are definitely the worst braids ever. I give it a 10. It was hilarious and had a lot of action and creativity. I was going to go watch it this week. I mean, the weekend that passed. Have a blessed day. Be back later today. Love you, Bradley. May you have your best day ever, sunshine. May you have the best day ever, the best week ever, your best life ever. How about that? Honestly, everybody win and do good. Aw, Bradley, you can't be stealing my words. Lord, this hair is just too much in the morning. I hate washing my hair, y'all. I think I'm gonna wait and like wash it like every 3 weeks. For those that know, black people do not wash their hair every day. I mean, you could, but black hair doesn't produce oil on the scalp as in Caucasian hair. And just because I have good hair, my hair doesn't produce oil like a Caucasian's hair would. So I actually have extremely dry hair. A lot of people don't know that. Natural oils are always the best in your hair. FYI, for your information. Yep, the natural oils. That's why if you ever pay attention to Caucasian hair, their hair will style the best. Like on the fourth or fifth day of them washing it, because then they have their natural oils. But then you let anything go longer than that, then their hair just becomes greasy and weighed down in most cases. Bradley, you're a word thief. Don't be stealing my word, sunshine. Yes, but I do not think I will be washing every 2 weeks no more. It just ain't working out for me. And it's like once I wash my hair, it's just so dry and brittle. Everybody wants to have good hair. Do you have good hair? That's all I'm going to say. I think I'm going to wear some shorts to work today. I went and had a pair of my work slacks turned into shorts. Because you know it's hotter than Hades where I'm at. All right. And there we go. It ain't the best braids, but they're braids, right? I wake up to the kids messaging me from work. And when I say kids, I use that word loosely. Young adults. Hold on, y'all. I gotta blow my nose. Whew. So they're all going to the club. And they want to know, can I cover their shift? Because they're going to be sleeping. I'm like, listen, I ain't got nothing to do with that. I haven't done my eyebrows in about a month. They're all furry and out of control. Man, them braids just ain't right. I don't like that. I'm in a white face now. My face is almost white anyways. What would be the difference? Yeah, it's called skincare. Gotta take care of yourself. If you don't take care of yourself, nobody will. Why I put this on my face? And this is how you take care of yourself. Your girlfriend or mother don't do this stuff, son, hun. If your girlfriend don't do this, you don't wanna. If she don't take care of herself, she ain't gonna take care of your house right. Like I said, when you get a girlfriend, or if you have a girlfriend, or if you have a wife, whatever age you are, if your girlfriend don't do this kind of stuff, you don't wanna. If she don't tend to herself, don't expect her to be able to tend to your children right, or you right, or the household right. Facials are important, but it's more about having self-care because not everything you put on your skin is going to work. But it's the point of a woman taking pride in herself and taking care of her skin and just things of that nature. I can't really go into explanation right now. It's too early. My words ain't coming out, but just know if your woman ain't doing this, you don't want her. Usually, I can hit you with that knowledge early in the morning. I can't do it. I can't do it right now. I don't feel good. I got some in my eye. Y'all, I'm so tired. Only reason I look good, listen, I'm aging just like everyone else. The only reason people think I'm like this hot granny, and I'm just using that word loosely, it's just because I'm foreign. That's all. I just come from a foreign mother, and it just gave me a different look, but I'm aging just like the rest of them. All right. Finally got the toothbrushing done. Whew. Have a good day. For those that don't know, all my teeth are fake, so no, they don't come out. When you have this many fake teeth, brushing requires a lot. I'm still not done brushing. I got a water pick. I got to use dental floss. That's just the beginning. And that was a cheap brushing job. That's what I do is sitting down. Nobody wants to stand, or unless I'll sit on my toilet, nobody wants to stand there that long brushing teeth. All right. Now on to the next phase. Let's get this party started. Sorry, y'all, I'm trying to multitask. Gosh darn, the floor needs to be swept. All right. The day's beginning. We're getting some process done. The process has begun. Whew. Now on to the next phase. Child, I go through a lot every day, every morning. I go through a gosh darn lot. And this is just the bare minimum. This is really the bare minimum of a beauty treatment. The very bare minimum. Sorry, y'all, I'm trying to smoke my little NP off to the side. Yes, that is the bare minimum. It gets realer than that. But just know, these things here are getting done every day. Bare minimum or not. Take my vitamins. I should have told them before I brush my teeth. But I'll have to brush my teeth before I leave anyways. Now I'm doing a skin steaming. Women, if you don't do this and take care of yourself, you need to go back in the drawing room and try it all over again. Wish I could show y'all a picture of my mother. My mother looks younger than me. My mother has less wrinkles than me. I already got like a little turkey neck thing going on. My mom ain't got nothing. My mom probably got like 20 gray hairs, if that. And I think I'm probably adding some in. But if you guys know, my mother isn't Caucasian at all. I'm not saying anything. I ain't saying nothing. But I'm just saying my mother doesn't have a Caucasian in her, so she's just aging very differently. Grooming Granny in chat. Yep, you know Granny be grooming. Good morning. Does age determine? I want to say yeah. I definitely want to say yeah. I 100% want to say yeah. But I don't want to say depending on, but I do want to say yeah. Because there's so many ways that question can go in direction wise. So there really just ain't like a simple answer, but if you were looking for a simple answer, I would just say yeah. But it's really not a simple answer, if that makes sense. You guys get you a woman like this and she'll stay young forever. Alright, maybe she won't stay young forever, but she'll look good longer than most. But the thing is, like I said, if a woman doesn't do these things, if she doesn't take pride in herself, you can't expect her to take pride in her children, pride in her man, or pride in her household. You know, then there's different levels of pride when it comes to this. Hey, Sunshine, how are you? I love you, Lily. Love you, Lily. Lily, I got stung by another bee. I cannot make this up. Friday, I got stung by another freaking bee. I have used almost $1,400 worth of EpiPens in less than in 2 weeks. I missed you too, Sunshine. I saw your videos when you're speaking on grown individuals worried about other grown folks. That's why I asked. And that's why I say there's really no simple answer. All right, let me explain to you, Free My Grandma. Are you referring to the one where I was talking about how they keep talking to me about Sunny? Are you referring to that one? So I can give you more of an answer. I don't like to give you a loose answer like that. But is that what you're referring to? Okay. It doesn't matter which video I post. A lot of my comments, you guys, YouTube flags them. So y'all don't even see them. It doesn't matter who I'm doing video about. All day long, somebody will say something to me about Sunny. All day long. All day long. And the video will have absolutely nothing to do with Sunny. And I find it so weird. Did anybody see that live that West Indy did the other day? She was spanking her child on live. F you, stupid motherfucker, to her kids. Her baby's 10, watching her other kid, okay? The 10-year-old was outside. People was outside busting. You know what I'm saying? It was a lot going on. And under that, I'll just use that video alone for an example. Nobody seen anything she did. No, you seen it, but you didn't say anything. And this is why I say they pick and choose, okay? Had anybody else got online, it'd have been and done that, it'd have been a problem. But because she done it, it's excused. Why is that? Why is that? I got people saying things, oh, well, in Georgia, there's no law on the age that somebody watches your children, and Sunny this and Sunny that. And I'm like, well, listen, what does it have to do, what's Sunny have to do with what we're talking about? I'm not in it no more because too much drama, I don't need it in my own life. Well, Kevin, Leah, you can't let online stuff become real life issues. This is online. This is, as much as we think this is real world. You know, and this is my thing, Free My Grandma. It's all right for one to do it, but it ain't all right for the other. If I do it, if you do it, if you do it, if you do it, if you do it, we're all not doing what we're supposed to be doing. You know what I'm saying? So it should all be called out. Don't pick one and not pick the other. And now here's another thing. Me being a grown woman, who do you think you going to come over here and tell? Are you trying to tell me not to like Sunny? You know, somebody made the comment the other day, oh, you're just saying that because you and Sunny are friends. Me and Sunny ain't friends. I'm her elder. I don't best friend children. I love children. I lead children. I direct children. I don't best friend children. You see what I'm saying? Everybody needs to log off for a minute. The internet, oh yeah, it's undefeated. I know I don't need to be in it. Like, her page is not for me. Your page is for me. See, the thing is, not everybody's page. It doesn't mean you can't watch her page, but not everybody's page is meant to be commented under to the extent we do sometimes, because there's different types of people in there. Like, you come over to Granny's page, Granny got the good people here. You know what I mean? Over there, it's a whole bunch of just whoever. So if you say something, it could be taken wrong. People are just messy. That's what it is. So I'm never going to tell you not to watch her page. I'm not going to say that. You have the right to support and like whoever you want. But the thing is, you have to know how involved you should be. I watch a lot of people's page, and I don't go under their commenting because it's not my business. Unless I plan on trying to be a plan of action for that person, or giving them the game, or anything like that, and a lot of times I just don't, it ain't no reason for me to even put a comment under there. Once again, sometimes you just have to sit back and be a spectator and not be involved. I know there's a whole long spiel I can give you and all that, but Granny just ain't there right now to even drop the gems. I'm just not, my mind ain't there right now. So everything I'm saying is coming out half-cocked. Yeah, but just like with Sunny, people always try to, it's like they're trying to discourage me from supporting the young lady, or, just because you don't like her, I shouldn't like her. I don't like who you like. The thing is, people fail to realize we are free to like whoever we like. I like everybody for different reasons. It could be just the way your voice, you're funny. I like your hairdos. I like the way you cook, or, I'm just giving examples. Just because you don't like that person don't mean I can't like that person. Like I said, I don't like what you're doing in life. But that, I'm not like, hey, don't. We are all grown-ups. I'm not no 13, 14, 15, 16. My children are almost 40. So they're really, what can you even tell me in life? You're doing exactly what you are supposed to be doing, Granny. Keep the uplifting our people with your knowledge. That's all I do. I drop gems. And either, just because I drop gems don't even mean you're going to take the gem. You might not even use that gem till long after I'm gone in heaven, but you can't say I didn't give you that gem. You know what I'm saying? You can't say I didn't give you the game. See, people fail to realize. I can sit there and mentor you and give you the game and all that. Chances are you're not even going to use any of it right then. How many of us are grown and up in my age group, and we had people telling us all this stuff at a certain age, and we didn't use it till we got older? Well, the same thing applies to whoever I'm talking to, or whoever I'm mentoring, or whatever. I can't change anybody. Just like you can't change anybody, you can't change anybody, you can't change anybody. You give them the game. That's what you do. You give them the game, and it's up to them if they use it, and it's up to them when they decide to use it. You see my message, Mom, on here? I'm hurt. What happened, baby? Love-hate relationship because me and her don't get along. Well, that's what I say, Leah. And I told you that way back when. You're dealing with different people, different personalities. Not everybody's going to accept what you're telling them. You don't know what type of day that they're having. And let me also tell you this, Leah. And let me tell you this, and I don't want to hurt your feelings, okay? I don't want to hurt your feelings at all, so let me use my words wisely. Alright. Granny's words ain't there, but I'm going to say it. Granny's words ain't there, but she is going to say it. Sometimes we have to ask ourselves, who are we to give advice? How old are you, Leah? And I'm not saying you're not capable of giving advice, but I'm just trying to make you understand something. How old are you again, Sunshine? Because I believe Sunny is, what, 29? 36. So a 29-year-old is going to look at you and say, what can you really tell her? You got 6, 7 years on her. You know, those 6, 7 years don't put weight behind your words. You see what I'm saying? You haven't experienced, if anything, Sunny has experienced way more in life than you probably ever will experience, and has experienced more than you have experienced at the age she's at. You understand what I'm saying? So she's kind of looking at you like, And now this is my thing, free my grandma, okay? When I first met up with Sunny, Sunny's just like me. If you know, you know. I thought the key was to tough love her, okay? Because what she exuded. But I realized right away that's not what she needed. She does need tough love, but she needs something else other than tough love. She just needs support. She needs love. She needs compassion. She needs understanding. What I deliver to Leah is going to be different than what I deliver to Sunny. What I deliver to you is going to be different than what I deliver to Bob. You see what I'm saying? We all need something different. Why? Because we are different individuals. Now, Leah, you can't say them words on here, but Leah, this is just it, honey. This is just it, sweetie. It's like you're trying to go, well, this was done to me. Well, this was done to me. See, you don't know what anybody's been through, okay? You don't know what anybody's been through. And it's like you're trying to go eye for eye and compare. You don't know how many people on here alone have had that done and just haven't said anything. You know what I mean? But as in a real major life lesson, none of us has felt what she has felt on the level that she has. Because none of us has been in a bad car accident to that extent where we have lost our legs, use of one arm. You know, I'm going to say this. What if that was you, Leah? That could have easily been you. That could be you tomorrow, for all you know. And pray to God it isn't. Would you be able to walk around with a happy face? That would be wrong of me to expect you to smile and giggle and act like everything's okay in that situation. That would make me an idiot to even expect any of that from you, knowing your whole life is on a different playing field. If that happened to me, and you know I'm strong, and I'm built a different way. I'm street strong, all types of strong. I don't even know how I'd be able to conduct myself. I honestly don't even, you want me to lie to you? A lot of people like her and she likes them, but don't accept me. I know, but I want her to be happy, and I try. Well, you can want somebody to be something all day long, but they're going through their own. See, it's not about you. It's not about what you want. That's just it. You can't make somebody's situation about you. You just can't. She goes through in her everyday life. That's right. You don't know what she goes. That's why I say let's not act naive. You know, we're just not even going to do that. We're not even going to do that. You know what that lady endures from the minute she wakes up to the minute she goes to bed? I mean, she literally has no legs. Are we taking this into consideration? No legs, and she has two small children. Two small children. And that's right. And you can look up to her, but you have to remember she's an imperfect person, just like you're an imperfect person. Don't think you're better than she is. Just like she ain't better than you. I don't care if she curses. I don't care if she was to spit at the phone. I don't care if she was to punch the phone. I don't care if she said F you to the phone. Don't think you're better than she is. Because right now what you're doing, you're just listen to what you're saying. You don't like. Well, if you think your feelings are hurt, what are hers? And that's all I'm saying. We're so busy thinking about us, 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 us. What you wouldn't do, what's unacceptable. Well, you're not in her shoes. You're, and I'm not being mean to you, Leah, but you just have to think. Just like the situations I'm going through, I guarantee you can't handle them. I guarantee you can't handle them. Just look what your husband has to go through with you. So we have to be a little cautious with our words. We just really have to be cautious because we get so caught up in what we wouldn't do, how we wouldn't act, what. Once again, we are all imperfect people. Nobody's better than nobody. We get caught up in, I got more money, I got a better car, I got legs, I got a job. What the fuck does that mean in real life? You're going to die and go to heaven just like everybody else. What does that mean in real life? Me, you, Sonny, the president, whoever. And I've said it many times. Put us all in the line, okay? Put us all in the line. Strip us all down to the nude. What makes us different? What makes us different? What makes us different is how we treat people. That's what makes us different. So, Leah, either you're going to be part of the problem or you're going to be part of the solution. Certain things, and Leah, see, you want everybody to have all this. Don't get mad. Granny takes time with you because she cares about you like I care. I care about everybody for different reasons. But you want to come on here yelling you have autism or you have this or you have that or you have that. Well, what about what she has? Last time I checked, you can get up, you can walk around, you can fix yourself a sandwich, you can do this, you can do that. Well, what about what she has? So it's like, you want everybody to have this special exception for what you have going on. Well, what about what she has going on? Why? Because she don't deliver it the way you want her to deliver it? We're all going to talk different. We're all going to act different. I curse. I do whatever. I'll call you a bitch in a heartbeat. I'll take the road off in a heartbeat. What's that mean? What's that mean? You got to think about it. Well, see, and you can say that all day long, but she don't, honey. The reality is she don't and she never will. Her life will never be the same. Never. And let me go back to what I was saying. Certain things are off limits, okay? Mentally disabled, physically disabled, children, and the elderly. Those things have always been off limits. If you mess with those, you are truly scum of the earth. And that's that. Because that same person you're bashing could easily be you. It could be your child. It could be your mother. It could be your father. And if they were, and here's the thing. If they were to be in that situation, you don't know how they would be acting. You really don't. Why? Because it hasn't happened to them. If you think any disabled person wakes up with a smile on their face from the minute they wake up to the minute they go to bed and don't say any unkind words or a curse word, or you're lying to yourself. You're really lying to yourself. So anyway, so let me go back to what I was saying. So when I first met Sonny, I thought the thing I needed to do was tough love her. And I realized 6 months in that ain't what she needed. And I've been mentoring since I've been 19. I'm an old woman right now. And it took me 6 months to figure out that that's not what she needed. That is not what she needed. She needed somebody that's not going to judge. She needed somebody that's going to love her. Someone that's just going to have compassion for her. That's what she needs, and that's the person I try to be. So if you ever see me under her post, hey, sunshine, love you, your hair looks pretty, I'm just supporting, loving, and giving compassion as I should. That's it, and that's all. I'm not there to judge if you do A, B, C, and D, because she has A, B, C, and D beating her over her head every single day. She don't need me in her ear talking about it every single day. She's in her own secret. No, that's a bad word. Let me rephrase that. Life has took her up through there. So my words mean all the unkind words or whatever I could say, that's nothing compared to what she goes through. That's just me being ignorant. So for me to even take the time and go out of my way and say anything rude to her would be a waste of my time when she's going through what she's going through on a daily basis, all day long. Her situation will never change. So you just have to hope for the best. You have to be there as a backbone. You don't know how that feels. I'm telling you, because if it happened to me, don't think I'd be somewhere cussing and yelling, and I act like that anyway. So if you put me in that situation, and I know I'm a strong woman, anything could happen. Anything could happen. So we just need to be. We're so worried about what we wouldn't do, what we wouldn't say. Who are we? You can't act like you're better than. You're just not. I know that might not be the answer you want to hear, but it's the reality. You're just not, hon. So all that your feelings are hurt. You don't think her feelings are hurt? F your feelings. You don't think her feelings are hurt? Because last time I checked, Leah, you can get off here and go walk around your house and do whatever you need to do. So you think your feelings are hurt? Let's think about how she feels. Let's think about her and her children. Sometimes we're just so busy worried about us, 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 us. The world is bigger than us. Sometimes we think we mean so much, but everybody else is supposed to be here. Your feelings are here, but someone else's feelings are here. How's that work out? We can't do that. Like I said, usually I drop gems, but it's this early. I'm tongue-tied, so a lot of things are probably coming out wrong that shouldn't come out wrong, but by now, if you know me, you know what I'm speaking of. Sometimes we're so much worried about us. We have to think about other people, us. There's, in the grand scheme of things, Leah, let me just tell you this. There's how many people in the world? I don't care which continent. There's how many people in the world? You mean how much compared to all these other people? So we have to us. You're only important to you and your family. That's it. That is it. That is it. I know once again, that's one of those things where you don't want to, that ain't what you want to hear, but that's the reality. You pull weight in you and your situation. Your situation isn't going to mean anything to someone else, just like, their situation in real life. Just like when you say, oh, Granny, I don't want you to go to heaven. What am I going to do? Your life is going to go on. Your life is, what happens in my life isn't going to affect you. You can sit there and pretend you're sad and act like you're sad. But if I go to heaven tomorrow, your life moves on. It does. So that's the reality of it. We think we are more important than we are sometimes. I ain't allowed to say that, I know, but yeah. I'm allowed to be alone with my kids. See? And you got your own situation going. Hey, Sleepy Rob. See, that's something to think about. You got your own situation going on. So what makes your situation any better than her situation? Let's just call a thing a thing. What makes your situation better than anybody else's, or more important than anybody else's? That's kind of like, is my sin any worse than your sin? Are there different levels in sins? It's all kind of entwined. We get so caught up in us. There's more in life than just us. We only hold weight to our... Okay, let me say this. Lee, if you were to go to heaven today, as sad as your family would be, your kids are going to move on, and Kevin is going to move on. Kevin's going to find him another woman, and Your children will have another woman to mother them. And yeah, they're going to be sad and they're going to cry about you and whatever, but life is going to go on. So that's what I'm saying. We think nothing stops for us. Nothing. If I go to heaven, all my children, my grandchildren, whatever it is, life still goes on. If I had a husband, life still goes on. I love you, but don't tell me how I feel. If see, and Leah, I'm just saying this because I'm telling you how you should feel. You don't want to hear it, but you know it's the truth. So you know you're gonna let a stranger. Trust me, your life is gonna go on just like everybody else's. You think your life is gonna stop more than my own children? Even their life will go on. Leah, we all go to heaven. That's what we do. Every last one of us. Every. So when you hear people on here, you'll see somebody in someone else's chat. Oh, you're old. We're all gonna get old. We were born to go to heaven. That's it. Every last one of us. We're born to go to heaven, and none of us know our time. Leah, granny be busy. You know that. I'd be really, really, really busy. Oh, I had a Easter egg hunt for the neighborhood Sunday. I did. That was hard work. I got up at 5 o'clock. Well, I didn't even go to bed. I got up at 5 o'clock and I hit all the eggs. Like streets and streets and streets. It was crazy. I'll have to try to find time, Lily. I just want you to know this, Leah. I'm homeschooling 6 kids that aren't mine and one that is, and he's in college. Each kid has 7 teachers. 7 times 7. 7 times 7, Leah. Just so you understand. 7 times 7. That is how many teachers I have to talk to all day long while I'm working. I have a job, okay? While I'm mentoring, while I'm homeschooling, this happens till 8 o'clock at night. Every single day. One teacher, just one teacher. I will talk to at least 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, as many times as they want to email me, text me, or call me. This is what I do all day, every day. That's why I get up this early. So when it's all said and done, you know, sometimes we just have to do the math on things to understand why I'm so busy. You just have to. I know everybody's looking for some hidden secret answer. You know, just like I'm on here right now. I shouldn't even be on here. You know what I should be doing? Answering emails, answering messages. And, you know, this is what I should be doing. But instead I choose to try to come on here and speak to everybody and just, hey, you know, have your best day and do whatever. That's all I can really do. Yeah, don't say it on here. Do not say it on here. And here's something else. You know, I ran across, I think it was hubby's page the other day, and he has your kids on there. And I told you before, you guys are hard-headed. Keep your kids off of the internet. Leah, you act like people can't find out where you live. You act like people. Keep your kids off the internet. Hey, Jungle Nile. I'm sorry. Did I address you? Good morning. There's a lot of teachers, Granny. You gotta tell. Yeah, I'm just trying to wake up good too. I'm stressed out, sunshine. I'm stressed out. I ran across a live. I forget whose page it was on. I'm glad you came on here. But I seen your children on the live, Leah. You're not protecting your children. I've spoke to you about this 1,000 times. And I know Kevin has heard me say this 1,000 times. Keep your children off the internet. You don't even have big kids. You have babies. Keep your babies off the internet. That's like a children's services thing waiting to happen. They ain't even got to see nothing, Leah. They will make things up. And they will send... You can come on here with a fake name. And they will still find you, Leah. Why do you guys keep putting them children on the internet? Why is it like the things I tell you, it just goes, in your perfect world. Well, this isn't your perfect world. Why do you keep putting those babies online? Why? If you can't go online and no babies in the background, don't go online at all. If you can't wait till them babies are asleep, don't go online at all. The world is not meant to see your children. And not only that, let's even forget the fact that they'll call children's services on you. Do you know what weird men are sitting there watching your children? I know you'd like to think everybody's a perfect person, a nice person. Do you know what weird man is sitting there watching your children and jacking off in his own home to your children? I know this ain't what you want to hear, Leah, but this is what's really going on. And I hate that I have to say these things to you. But I don't know how else to, I just can't sugarcoat that no more. Yeah, weird people are doing that, Leah. I'm just telling you. Yeah, that's a lot, but that's what goes on. You don't know what somebody's doing on the other side of their camera, Leah. You don't. So why have your children... I don't know, hon. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what else to say, sunshine. That's another reason why I took my son out of modeling and acting in commercials and all that. Because your child is exposed to the world. And there are pedos out there. And they're doing weird things. Do you know how many weird people probably did something in one of my son's photos? No, I'm not doing that. Not even for a fucking dollar. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. You ain't saying you got off on shit on my son. Don't care. Not doing it. Not doing it. I don't care what commercial or what TV show or what he can be in. You're not doing that. But yes, Leah, this is what people are doing. This is as wrong as it is, people like what they like. And they will find an opportunity to do it however and whenever and when you least expect it. So why have your child out there so people can see that? Can you hit me up after this, like 10 minutes? Well, after this, I got to get ready and I got to go to work, and I still have to call teachers before I go. Just take my advice and keep those children off the internet. People are nasty. Ugh. You don't know what weirdos up just doing weird stuff. Ugh. Don't do it, Leah. I know that ain't the stuff we want to hear, but it's no different than if you post your child on Facebook, you post your child on Instagram. You don't know what weirdo is looking at your stuff. People are weird. That's all I'm saying. People are weird, and not everybody... You can't expect everybody to think like me, protect the children and save the children and don't do that to the children. No, people are doing them things, Leah. So, yeah, when I looked online and I seen your kids the other day, I was just so upset. I said, oh, Lord Jesus. I miss you too, Leah. Nobody tells you not to come to my page, baby. Nobody tells you. You got your first tattoo? Ooh, nice. It's a K and a heart. A K for Kevin. Oh, that's nice. There's a great day waiting for me. DJ, there is a busy day waiting for me. That's why I'm up now. I'm just like working it through my mind. Like, I have so much stuff to do. I don't even know. I don't even know where to get started at this point. I'm stressed out. That's why I'm just trying to map it out, y'all. I'm just trying to map it out. I gotta make it make sense. I got one of my kids ain't doing no, not my kids, but one of the kids at homeschool ain't doing any work. Getting ready to get kicked out of school, and I'm just I got things going on in my own life. But for some reason, I'm worried about everyone else, and my stuff is like on the back burner. If you knew what I had going on in my own life, you'd be like, you gotta just make the best of it. I tried, DJ. But my thing is, I think where I'm getting beat down at is I'm overextending myself. And I've known this for I don't know how long now. But doing what I do, you have to truly be an unselfish person. Because there's no time for me. There's no time for my family. There's no nothing. There's truly nothing. Nothing. I'm last. And I've always been last. And it puts a hindrance in things. It really does put a hindrance in things. You and me both, Granny. I'm in the middle of moving a couple hours away and some more. Princess, I don't even listen. If I was to tell you guys what was really going on in my life, you'd be like, how are you even here? Reality is, I make this shit look good. I cry in the car several times a day. Did y'all even know that? Oh, I literally cry in the car. And I'm as tough as they come. I cry in the car, y'all. And the thing about me, all my problems will never change. They'll never get better. They'll never go away. You know, they're there for life. Even after I die, my problems are still there. We have to put ourselves first. I know. Leah, I can't take a break. There's no such thing as taking a break. I have obligations that don't allow me to take breaks. Even with my own children, I have obligations that will never allow me to take a break. You know, just like you're autistic, well, I have two autistic children. Two. Even though they're grown, they're still my children. No, I cannot just bring your brothers. It's not that easy, Leah. It is not that easy that I can just bring my children. Thank you, Granny, for all you do. Oh, no, never thank me. This is what I'm supposed to be doing. This is my purpose in life. It doesn't make sense often. It frustrates me. Told you I cry in the car. Y'all know I cry in the bed. I cry in the living room. I cry in the kitchen. I cry wherever. A couple times a day. But, you know, they say God don't give you more than you can take. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. You get what you get. I wish I could meet y'all in real life. And one of my sons with autism is a very angry young man. So no, he's not meant to be around everyone. because you wouldn't understand them, you wouldn't know how to take them, and you can't control them. So, what autism looks like for you, autism ain't for everyone. Autism is different for everyone, and you know that. You can smile at my son and fuck around and he might drag you. So that's just how it works. So that's why I say you never know what anybody has going on. Never pass judgment. You never, 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 never know. Let me tell you this. When you go out to the homeless, you'd be surprised how many of them have some type of mental health issues. When people end up in a situation, they ended up there for a reason. It's not up to us to try to figure out what the reason is. Just know they've ended up there for a reason. They have a story. They have a tribulation. They have trials. You are last of a dying breed. I agree with that. I definitely agree with that. I'm an angry person. That's why I can't work. See, you get it. And you already know with autism, anger is what they display 99% of the time. So when you're dealing with a grown black man, that anger looks different. I'm just saying. That anger is way different. Say what you want to say. See, a lot when you look at my kids, you can't tell anything's wrong with them. You can't tell. Just like you, Leah. Autism doesn't always have the look. And there's people out there that'll just try my son, and little do you know, when you try my son, my son might end up going to prison that day. So that's all I tell everybody. Watch how you approach people. You never know who you're approaching. You never know what they're capable of. You think you're a big dog until you run into another big dog. You might think you're crazy, but there's more people out there willing to do way more than you. Good morning, Robert. How are you, sunshine? I have to stay away from people because they say the wrong thing and I get mad. Exactly, Leah. Exactly. So what do you think happens when you walk up to somebody that doesn't have mental health and they got something else going on in life and you're over there talking your shit? Just that quick, you got your shit pushed back. So that's what I'm saying. Watch how you approach people because you don't know where somebody's at in life. Somebody's could have just lost a parent. Somebody could have a trial and tribulation with their children. Somebody could have something going on with their health. Or somebody could just have had a hard-ass life. And you might have just been the straw that broke the camel's back. And now here you are thinking you were the baddest bitch. But now you're the stretched out bitch. And that's how it works. And I know people don't want to hear that. But that's another one of those, that's the reality. Oh yeah, I had to braid it up, child, because boy, I woke up. I washed my hair last night, and I went to bed, and I woke up, and it had the most beautiful curls. But the thing is, I cannot wear my hair down at work. You see, it's getting long. It's choking me and wrapping around me, and it's doing a lot. So I had to throw those braids in quick, y'all. I cannot. Ooh. I get all hot bothered and irritated, and I was looking the other day because my hair is down to like, hold on. I'm like, how long am I letting it grow? How long am I letting it grow? Because it's getting on my nerves. It's doing too much. It's just, I don't know. Not last week, week before last. I'm learning not to get so angry so fast because on my B-day last weekend, I found out my birthmark isn't a birthmark. I was born with a heart condition. It explains a lot. Let me do a quick prayer. Hold on. You guys, let's put a prayer in the chat for Princess Nile. She has a heart condition, just found out. I'm so sorry to hear that. And that's why I say you never know what somebody has going on. Oh, you seen some video footage of drones? Robert, did you see the drones I was catching in my freaking... Listen, y'all, I will catch these drones and then I will take the video and I'll just screenshot it. And the pictures I get there on my community wall, y'all, them things are bigger than buses and they are not airplanes and I don't know what. But you know they got flying cars and all that stuff out now. So, and they've been out. But, you know, we're just now learning about them. But they've been out. So is that what it is? You know, I don't even know what it is anymore. I used to try to call a thing a thing. I don't know what I'm calling it. Amen. Thank you, Granny. But that was exactly light work for the way this year has been. Man, listen, life has been doing me so dirty. Princess, I don't know if you know. Well, I'm sure you do know. My kidneys were failing at one point. My liver was failing at one point. And here to find out what was causing them to fail, I had a bone infection. From a bone graft I did, I had a bone infection. And not saying them things still might not happen to me. I'm prone to it because it is a genetic thing for us. But and not saying it might not be a sign that something might happen in the future, but the reason it was happening at that present time was because I had a bone infection. So, like I said, you know, when you have the type of genetic things I have, it's just more of like, when is it going to happen? You know, it's like you're just waiting for it to happen. Because the reality is, it's just a matter of time before it freaking happens. You got probs, Mom. I'm sorry, what's that mean, hon? I've seen a big drone while I was driving. Oh, man, I've been seeing all types of stuff. I'm glad you're better, Mom. Yes. Leah, is that a laughing face? I'm unsure of that. What? I don't know, Leah. God is good to me. God is good to us all. But I have done a lot of unkind things to others. And I understand that. And I've said it before. I'm a firm believer in karma. So no, I do not think I'm going to go to heaven peacefully, quietly, in my sleep. No, I don't. I believe it's going to be harsh. It's going to be ugly. There's going to be a lot of suffering. And therefore, I deserve that because I've done the things that I've done. And I knew that they weren't right to do from day one, and I still done them. It's a certain way you must treat people regardless of what. See, this is what I try to say about these content creators, okay? You guys get mad and you're cussing and you're cursing and you're yelling at each other and you're calling DCF and you're calling people's jobs and you're calling people's houses. Sometimes we have to remove ourselves from the situation because karma is a... And I mean that. How you treat people will definitely come back to you. So why we think it's funny and we're throwing jabs and we're hurting such and such feelings, well, believe me, that's going to come back to you. You know, that's just how the world works. And you can sit there and think, oh, my life is good. I got the best job. I'm buying my home. What the fuck does that mean in real life? Life is about how you treat... See, we're so busy looking at all the other things instead of seeing life for what it is. We've made it be about things that mean nothing instead of what it simply is. Real life consists of how you treat others, how you treat yourself. Don't lie, steal, kill, you know, basic things. But we've turned it into, oh, the best car, the best house, and I've been to college. What the fuck does that mean in the grand scheme of things? You know, so... Like I said, when I see these YouTubers or people in real life sitting here going back and forth and doing whatever, yeah, all right. All right. Karma gonna get your ass. Because as an adult, you have the right to walk away. You do. And when you stay there and you consider to cause harm after harm after harm, regardless what the harm is, doesn't make it right. God is a forgiving God. He is. He is. But there's still a way that life is meant to be lived. And when you cross that line, you have just crossed that line. And it just kind of is what it is. My tooth is not hurting, but I'm going to go. Yes, you have to go to the dentist. You should be going every 6 months, Leah. Regardless if it hurts, doesn't hurt, whatever it is. God is a forgiving God, but there's still a way you must live life. There's still a way you must treat others. There's still a way, and you know what? There's still a way you must conduct yourself as a human being. Forget about everything else. There's a way you should conduct yourself. Oh yeah, I'm glad Van is fixed still. I'm glad, because I know you guys were having a big problem with that. Yeah, there's a way we're supposed to act. Some reason we refuse to act right, but there's a way we're supposed to act. You guys, I'm so excited. I had those pants turned in. I had a pair of slacks turned into shorts. And I cannot wait to wear them, y'all. I don't know how I'm going to look in them, but, you know, I cannot wait to wear them. Because I have been suffering out there in that heat, y'all. That's funny how something that small can make me happy. Hey, Mimi, how are you, sunshine? Good morning, Buttercup. But when we use the air conditioner, the heater core goes up, but we don't use it. It's fine when we do. Thank you, Mimi. You know, I'm just on here dropping them little life lessons that I've said 1,000 times. I was doing a beauty treatment, but you know, here we are. You know, one thing about me, I'm always going to be the person I am. Nothing's going to take that away. A little boring. People call me boring. I guess because my shit is together. So I'm a boring person because my shit is together and I'm not on here crashing out. Little do people know, life eats me up every single day. I just, you know, no matter, you guys would never understand my problems unless you were actually going through them. You know, that's the harsh reality. But life does eat me up every day. I don't want to be a liar. Life lifes me like it lifes everyone else. Life lifes me probably a little bit more so than other people. Because I guarantee everybody I'm around is not going through any of the things I'm going through and wouldn't even know how to respond if they were going through what I was going through. That's why a lot of times I don't even share it, because what the fuck is it going to do? What? You wouldn't understand it anyway. So what are we doing? What are we doing? I'm doing okay, Leah. Good to hear from you. Stay well. What's your day consisting of, Mimi? Lord, these grandkids woke up. Let me get them ready for the day so I can go back and finish up the old house. I love you. Yeah, I'm finna get off here. I gotta... I've been trying to avoid this email thing and these messages, boy. I think from probably 7 o'clock to this morning, last time I counted, I have 56. That's text messages alone from teachers. 56. And I have not even clicked on any of them. 56. So I can only imagine that's just from 7 o'clock last night till now. Yeah, I'm over it. I'm over it, y'all. I'm just like, man, what else? It just ain't enough hours in my day. It really ain't. I noticed these past couple days, I just been. Yesterday, I went and laid on the massage bed. I was looking for some lotion. Oh no, I went and sat on the massage bed. Before I knew it, I was sleeping on the massage bed. And I woke up on the massage bed. Not even in the other part of the house. I woke up on the massage bed. I'm off Mondays and Tuesdays. I'm about to get my little ones ready for school. I actually have a cold. I have a cold too. I am like so down bad right now. So I'm going to be lounging around. I haven't been able to take a day off. And I've been sick for like 3 weeks. Stung by 2 bees, 2 allergic reactions. In 2 weeks alone, I'm over it, girl. I'm so over it. I'm telling you, I've used $1,400 in EpiPens in 2 weeks. $1,400, y'all. 3 weeks. Because not only, I have my allergies, then everybody at work is passing around this cold. Oh. So then, if you have allergies, even though the cold goes away, it flares up the allergies. So it's just like it's not a win-win. It's definitely not a win-win for me, y'all. I be down bad. And I left work one time. If anybody knows about me, I don't go late to work and I don't call off work. But that day that bee stung me, I tried to work for about an hour. I'm like, you know what? I feel like I'm going to heaven. I got to leave. I got to go. And I feel so bad for doing that. But nope, I have not called off. I just been thugging it out. So I think that's why at the end of the day, I just kind of fall asleep wherever I'm at because my body's just like, whoa, you are taking yourself through a lot right now. Like, what are you doing, lady? But, that's why I say I always get put on the back burner. I have to worry about so many people, so I really don't even have time to worry about myself, y'all. 6:48. All right, y'all, I got about 20 minutes to answer my emails. Let me get off here. I got to do a couple emails, and I got to try to do half these messages. Then I'll work on more on my lunch break. I should have been doing it all now, but sometimes I just need a break. All right, let me get off here. I love you guys. I shall see you guys later. May today be your best freaking day ever and your best week ever. And if anybody has anything going on that I do not know about, prayers. If you guys have anything good going on and I don't know about it, I'm supporting it, whatever it is. And I love you guys and have the best day ever. I can't say that enough. I get that. I'm the same way, but I try to I'm going to try. It never happens, but I'm good. I guess this is what we call time for myself. I did a skin treatment. I'm loving it here. All right, I love y'all. Have a good day, Mimi. I love everybody that stayed. Happy, what is it, Tuesday? I'm going to call it Tuesday. Might not even be, but we're going to call it Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. Mimi, I hope you feel better. I love you guys. Have a good day.